And welcome, everyone, to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today, we're at JFK High School for a matchup between the JFK Mustangs and the Spotswood Chargers. I'm Craig Coughlin. I'll be bringing the game with my colleague and friend, Phil Hall. Phil, beautiful day. Great day for softball.
Absolutely gorgeous day out here. Beautiful day for softball.
Exactly. It sure is. A little cold, a little spring-like, shall we say.
Great for the athletes.
But on the paper, this is a game that JFK has got to be mindful of. Spotswood comes in at 10-2. The Mustangs come in at 3-7. And so let's get the starting lineup today. First for Spotswood, leading off will be number 28, Alex Diaz. She's the pitcher. She'll be followed by Jen Perkropinski, the third baseman, number 22, followed by number 7, Karina Jenkins, the center fielder. Og Mormile, the designated player, will bat fourth. Jenna Dumansky, the catcher, will bat fifth. Alice Melvin, the second baseman, will hit sixth. Adding into seventh place will be Emily Yatsko, the left fielder. Hannah Brown will be in right field, and she'll bat eighth. And batting ninth, Maya Rindaldo, the first baseman. On the mound for the Mustangs is Angelica Rosario. She's their ace, and we are underway. This one is his lofted in the air foul down to first base, or third base line, and it'll go over the fence.
Connected well with the ball, however.
Yeah, she did. She did. She was a little out in front of it.
Well, that only indicates that they're an aggressive ball team, so she's looking to hit right away.
It does. Angelica Rosario, the pitcher, comes in. She's pitched the lion's share of the innings for the Mustangs, Phil. She's pitched 51 of the 54 odd that they play. This one's popped up, moving over and making the play is the shortstop for the Mustangs. That's Mary Alice Rycourt. So one up, one down. And that'll bring up Jen Prokopinski. Jen is a senior. First pitch is down low, so that's ball one to Prokopinski. That one's down low at the feet. Prokopinski comes into the game. Let's see here. We have some statistics. Thank you very much. She scored 8 runs. She's 15 for 26. So she's a lethal batter. Batting .577. And Rosario's being very cautious with her. 3 balls, no strikes. Now a good hitter's count, Phil, for Prokopinski.
And all of them are low, so she's keeping the ball down low so she doesn't get a good hit on.
And there's one at the knees for a strike.
She kind of knew that batter was going to take that.
She was. She didn't give her a great pitch, though. Good throw by Angelina. And that one's foul, and even the count now goes to 3-2. So she fought her way back in the count. Full count now. This one's hit hard but foul down the third base line. That one was hit pretty hard there, Phil.
It was, but she's making contact with the ball. She's keeping it alive, and that's what you want to do. She's just looking for that ball, which will be low, which is obvious, or a good ball to hit.
Here's the windup, the pitch, and she battles that. So Prokopinski is battling hard. She's fouled off 2 after getting 2 strikes on her.
Ooh, ball too high. She gets a base.
So she gets the first base runner. She's the first base runner of the game. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Karina Jenkins, the left center fielder.
Angelica just seemed to have lost that one on the last pitch.
Yeah.
And that one's a little high. Spotswood is taking a nice lead off of first base.
And let's see. That one's in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Rosario she pitches to a 6.55 ERA. She's walked 52 in the 51.1 innings that she's pitched, and so she gives up a lot of walks. Quick throw down to first base, but it's over the head of the first baseman, and Prokopinski gets back safely. As a nice backup there by the right fielder, Genesis DeLuzzo. There's a strike. That's a nice pitch.
Genesis DeLuzzo came a long way from left field to back up the first baseman, seeing that ball was thrown over her head.
Yeah. Good read. For a swing and a miss, and that'll do a nice strikeout there for Rosario. She gets Jenkins to swing away and miss, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Og Mormile. Mormile. Let's see here. She's only a sophomore, Phil. She's batting .643. That's Ava. I'm sorry, I misread the handwriting of whomever it really was. She has 2 doubles and 5 singles on the year.
Which means she can make contact with the ball.
Swing and a miss. I noticed as I was looking through that Prokopinski, the runner on first, has 3 home runs on the year. So you can see why Rosario was pitching very cautiously to her. Up high. And that one's up just a little bit high, so that's 3 balls now, I believe. I haven't seen the umpire indicate. I can't see the scoreboard. So, yeah, 3 balls. Let's see, there's 2 outs. Prokopinski leads. She's headed away, so I'll take the count to 3-2 on Mormile. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off again. So Spotswood's making Rosario work, but she's not giving in. She keeps throwing strikes. Takes a little while. There's a ball, and that's ball 4. So after a battle, Mormile walks. Second walk of the inning by Rosario, and that'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Jen Dumansky, the catcher. Dumansky, let's see. She comes in batting .318, then takes a ball. Mansky is a senior as well. A number of seniors on this Spotswood team. This one's hit hard but foul right into the fence along the dugout way, and so
that senior lineup probably has a lot to do with their success.
Yeah.
They've been playing high school ball for 3 or more years,
Yeah.
and they've pretty much come together at this point.
Yeah. Well, 10-2 is an impressive record. This one's way high. Blocked from the scoreboard. We had to put up the side of the tent because the wind was whistling through here, and you could just hear the rush of the air. So The umpire's not obliging much in terms of putting up the number of fingers, Phil, so it's all on us to remember the count.
Okay.
3 and 1 strike. There you go.
3 balls and 1 strike.
There's the pitch, and that's in the third. So there's the.
Should be the 4th. Right?
I guess it wasn't. I guess it wasn't 3 and 1.
Well, I was calling the one that she was going to pitch.
Yeah. Here goes the windup, and a pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So
Right.
Rosario works out a little bit of a jam made by her own wildness. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on. At the end of a half an inning, it's nothing on nothing. Come on back.
The main branch of the Woodbridge Public Library presents DIY Clay Bowl. Come join us in person to create your own air-dry clay ball. May 10th, 3:30, 3rd floor meeting room of the main branch of the Woodbridge Public Library. All supplies will be provided, open to adults and teens. Registration is required, so please register. 732-634-4450, extension 7120.
So the top of the lineup for the JFK Mustangs will be number 1, the center fielder, Chris Kozar. And batting second will be the catcher, Melody Senior. And then Giuliana Rosa be batting third. And she's playing left field. That's one of the changes that they gave us, Craig.
Okay.
And then Angelica Rosario, she's the pitcher. She'll be batting fourth. Mary Leas Rickort, she's the 5th batter, and she's the shortstop. And number 6 will be Courtney Poliska, and she's the 3rd baseman. And Mia Montanez, she'll be batting 7th, the 1st baseman. Genesis Deluskas, she'll be, I think I messed it up, Greg. Doscosi?
I'm sorry. DeLugos.
DeLugos, okay. I apologize. Genesis DeLugos.
DeLugos.
She'll be batting 8th, and she's the right fielder. And batting ninth will be Mandelin Spearnock. She's the 2nd baseman for the Mustangs.
And on the mound for Spotswood is Alex Diaz. Alex is pitching to a 0.47 ERA. They got some lofty ERAs on this team. Diaz has allowed 9 hits in 15 innings, given up 1 earned run, only walked 2, and struck out 24. So the Mustangs have their work cut out for them.
Just to give you an idea of Spotswood compared to Island, they have 3 seniors starting.
Right.
They have several freshmen, too, in fact, and a couple
This
of
one's
juniors and
hit
sophomores.
in the air, and the ball's going to drop for a base hit. Just over the outreach glove of the 2nd baseman, Alice Melvin. She couldn't get there, and so Kaiser has the first hit of the game for either team. So
Hannah Brown in the left field, she didn't call her off, which she should have done.
right field.
Right field, sorry.
That's okay. That'll bring up Melanie Sena. Melanie is a senior. Comes in with a .368 batting average.
Wow.
798 percent slugging average. And takes up high for ball 1.
She loves music, hip-hop, R&B, and her favorite subject in school is math.
Good for her. This one's hit high and hard into the gap, backing up. Ooh, it looks like she had a little trouble with the wind. Did the center fielder, Karina Jenkins. But she pulled it in, and there's one away. And I'll bring up Gina Rios. Gina Rios is a junior. She's batting .500, has 3 doubles, and also has a .778 slugging percentage. So some some potent offense at the top of the Mustang lineup. And that one's up high for ball one. Looks like Diaz has some mustard on the ball here, Phil.
Ooh, good
That
rip.
one's hit hard. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kaiser's going to hit round second. She'll go on into third standing up. And with one out, Mustangs have runners at the corners, and they're in business as they bring up their cleanup hitter, the pitcher, Angelica Rosario. Rosario's batting .368 on this season. That was hit hard.
Yes.
This one is inside. Kaiser, good base running, got over to third. Here's a windup and a pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Angelica.
Now, Angelica, the pitcher, she actually played third base in her sophomore year.
She did, huh?
Yeah.
Swings through that one, and that's strike 3. So Rosario strikes out. And now with 2 out, Mary Alice.
She did have a request, Greg. She wanted someone to donate a AAA bowl to her.
AAA ball? Oh.
Chipotle bowl.
Oh. Okay. Rios has gone down to second. And so 2 runners in scoring positions as the Mustangs bat here in the bottom of the first. Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you. Swing and a miss by a Record. Not sure if it's Rycord or Record. I apologize to the family if I'm mispronouncing it. This one's hit in the air. Backing up is the right fielder. She'll make the catch, and that'll do it. So Hannah Brown pulls that in. And the Mustangs strand 2 as we go to the top of the second. No score. Stay with us, everybody.
The Woodbridge Main Library presents Pretty Pollinators, How to Bring Butterflies into Your Garden. Rutgers Master Gardener Kelly Jane will tell us about the importance of creating a welcoming habitat for butterflies on May 2nd at 7 p.m. Registration is required.
So we're in the top of the second inning here. No score. Got a couple of good hits from both teams, but they played great defense. So here we go from Spotswood. And it swings, looks like it's a foul ball. So Rosario's still trying to keep the ball away from the batter, realizing that Spotswood is a pretty good hitting team. Another ball low. So we're 1-1. And it's actually smart. When you have a good hitting team, if you can make them swing at low balls, create grounders, or high balls, they create pop-ups. So she's trying to keep the ball from the middle of the plate, which is really, really smart on her behalf.
No, I'm perfectly fine too. It's just that I got, like I said, like 75 kids.
Here we go. Right down the middle to first base. She grabs it, bobbles it a little bit, picks it up, tags the base, and she's out. So 1 away, top of the second. That was Alice Melvin.
Yeah, she hit that ball hard. Nice play by the first baseman.
Yeah, you know, she bobbled it a bit, but she stopped the ball. She kept it in front of her.
And she know what she didn't do? She didn't panic.
Yes.
She just gently picked it up and took the couple of steps over to the first base and then got the out. So 1 out.
So with a lefty up, and that's Emily Yatsko, batting 7th. Infield shifts over to the left a little.
In at first.
And a little closer to the base, and I noticed the shortstop is and the second base have moved over a little bit also.
Her batting average is 267, just 4 for 15. And she takes that one. Look close from here.
It looked good from here. Must have been a little outside.
Yeah. This one's hit in the air. Nice catch.
Third baseman runs over, catches it. It's because she was playing a little bit off the line, which is good for a left-handed batter to play a little bit off. So she was more in tune to get the ball at a quicker pace. So that was good.
Courtney Polikas makes the play.
Hannah Brown is up for Spotswood, bat number 8.
Hannah Brown is a junior, batting just 200 on the season. 3 for 15. Rios. This hit far, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So
Right
Brown singles to left.
Right between the shortstop and the third baseman. I thought the third baseman was playing a little bit too far on the line. Okay, so Spotswood has a man on first, or one man on first.
Rosario got the first two. And then Brown moved the lineup a little bit. I'll bring up Maya Redondo, first baseman. She swings through the fastball. 2 out here, top of the second, no score. Rosario gets her to swing and miss on that. And I think the catcher thought it was strike 3.
She kind of threw the ball.
Kind of rolled it back. Yeah, I think Melanie Cena thought it was strike 3. And she kind of rolled it on the ground. And heads up play by Hannah Brown. She screwed it on down to second. Nice stop there by Cena.
Called the good coach team.
Yeah. There's the pitch, and that one's laced foul. So count stays.
I'll tell you, Craig,
3-2.
Rosario has some velocity on that pitch.
She does. She has. She's been throwing hard, and she's been throwing strikes. Remember, we talked about it at the top. She's walked a lot of batters this year, but she gave up 2 walks in the first half of the inning. But she hasn't done that now. Brown's was an opposite field base hit. And I think I jinxed her because she just walked her first batter of this inning. And so 2 on now and 2 out for Spotswood, and that'll take them back to the top of the lineup. And Alex Diaz. Alex popped out to the shortstop her first time up. She hits this one in the air again. Moving over is Polikas, but she can't get there as the ball goes out of play, and it's strike one.
So man at first and second, and the top of the lineup up.
Yep. Diaz, as we said, batting .333 on the season with a .542 slugging percentage. No home runs. 2 RBIs. No, sorry, 5 RBIs. Oop, that one got up high, and the ball gets over Cena's head, and the runners will move up a base on the wild pitch. And now they got to be careful. Top of the lineup, 2 outs. Rosario really needs to get this batter right here, Phil. The base hit will score 2. And this one's hit foul down the third base side, beyond the bleachers.
If you recall, the first time she was up, she did exactly the same thing. She was ahead of the pitch, and she fouled a lot of balls off to the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're going to retrieve the ball, get another one.
Yeah. That was hit pretty good. Guess they don't have an extra ball. I think what it was is, yeah, there's one that's behind us and nobody retrieved it. So
now they're bringing 2.
now they got 2. So here they come from every which way.
Hey. There we go. Now the ump has one, so we're in good shape.
Back to the action. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the order. As Spotswood looks to take the lead here in the top of the second. Rosario comes in high. Two balls, 2 strikes. Diaz. There's the windup and a pitch, and then that's low ball 3. Into the motion goes Rosario, swinging, and it's hit hard, and that's going to be foul, just foul.
If not, 2 runs would have easily scored, and possibly a third, depending on
Exactly.
if she retrieved it.
That one's hit hard. Ooh.
She hit the runner.
Hit the runner, and that is why you lead in foul territory. And she looks like she's hurt, and Rosario went to her knees on the mound. Looks like she's in some concern. So why don't we take a break while we sort this out? Hannah Brown looks like she's back up on her feet. Why don't we keep it right here? She's back up on her feet. Rosario seemed more affected at this point than Brown did, Phil.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I got a lot of respect for JFK. All of them came in from the infield. They're on the mound and on one knee. Now, they could be talking strategy, but I'm sure their thoughts and prayers are with this young lady that just got hit.
Well, you could see the way that Angelica reacted. She immediately went down. There's a concern for the well-being of the runner. I mean, that was genuine sportsmanship there.
And it happened so quick, I couldn't see exactly where she was hit at.
Yeah, and when she does have a helmet on with a face mask, and that's good news. She has
That's great news.
Has that off now.
Yeah, it's great news.
But yeah, let's take the break now. We'll be back. Stay with us, everybody.
The main branch of the Woodbridge Public Library presents the Mystery Thriller Book Club. Join us in person May 9th between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. to discuss The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. For more information, call 732-634-4450, extension 7120.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So everything seems to be okay as Hannah Brown stays on third. Here's the wind up the pitch, and it's in the dirt, ball 4. So let's hope that Angelica Rosario wasn't affected too much by that. You could see she reacted with worry to the line drive that struck the runner. And of course, Phil, that's why you lead in foul territory, right? If that had hit her in fair territory, she would have been out. Bases loaded. Big spot now here for Jen Prokopinski. She leads the team in home runs with 3. Has a chance here to break the game open. In fact, she's the only one with a home run on the team.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. They're all looking to run.
Yeah, batting .257. As you recall, she also has 19 RBIs to lead the team by a large margin. Rosario pitched very gently to her the last time and ended up walking her. There's a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike now. 2 outs. Rosario looking to get out of this inning. She got the first 2 runners and gets a pop up. Paulikis works her way over to the side, but it falls on the other side of the fence, and so it'll go 2-2. Rosario got the first 2, Phil, and then she struggled. She got a base hit the other way by Brown, then she walked 2 in a row, and now we have the bases loaded. This is hit hard but foul.
Spotswood doesn't have a problem swinging at the ball, but they are ahead of it.
Yeah, that is true. Swing and a miss. She chased one up high, and Rosario gets out of the inning. Nice pitching there by Angelica. So no runs, 1 hit, 3 left on, and at the end of 1.5, we are scoreless. Come on back.
On Thursday, April 27th, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., the Barron Arts Center presents Practical Travel Photography, a one-night-only photography workshop presented by photographer Ron Wyatt. In an easy-to-understand, straightforward manner, Ron will teach you the fundamentals of shooting great vacation shots, as well as capturing the flavor of local cultures and landscapes in their best light. Ron will discuss what you need to do in preparation for your trip and the practicalities of traveling with your photo gear. He'll discuss storytelling with your camera, offer tips for photographing people, and reveal his methods for great street photography. Registration is required, as there is limited class space available.
Welcome back. Craig Coughlin, Phil Hall, happy to be with you as we head to the bottom of the second from JFK High School.
Craig, I'm impressed with Rosario.
Yeah, she battled that last inning.
Well, she's playing against a team that's 10-2, realizing the hitters can hit, and they play great ball. But in the first inning, she walked 2 and got out of it because of they had two men on the corners, 2 women on the corners. She got out of it. And in the second inning, she also walked 2 and had the bases loaded and pitched out of it and struck out the last batter.
Alex Diaz on the mound. And there's a half swing by Courtney Paulikis. Strike 2. Paulikis batting, she's just a freshman, batting .316, hits this one high and in the air to right field. Moving in is Brown, and Hannah Brown makes the catch.
And Craig, that's one of the 2 freshmen that starts for JFK.
Who's the other one, Phil?
Let me look it up. I had it a minute ago.
Sorry. Didn't mean to make you do all this work.
It's a beautiful day to be outside.
It certainly is. Mia Montez, the first baseman, is up. She has a .312 batting average. Does Mia?
Medella Spearnock is the other freshman.
Oh,
she bats 9th and plays second base.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch. Alex Diaz throws hard. There's a ball. Full count. Well, I guess it wasn't. I thought he showed a fist. But there's a strike, and that'll do it for Montez. 2 out now. And Genesis Galugos steps in. Jenna, let's see, what is she batting? She's batting 250. She's a senior. Getting some playing time here in her senior year. Mustangs could use a hit here. Swing and a miss. That one's down in the dirt for ball 1. Another ball 2, so they're going to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll do it for the Lugos, and that'll do it for the Mustangs in the bottom of the second. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 2, we're scoreless. Come on back.
The Woodbridge Elks Lodge presents the April 29th St. Patrick's Day party featuring police, beverages, a tricky tray, and more. If you wear a kilt, you get a special treat. The party starts at 3 p.m. and will cost $30 at the door, but only $25 in advance.
And welcome back. Phil, we head to the third.
And I think the third batter is up now, if I'm correct. Karita Jennings.
Yeah. Karina struck out the first time up. Karina's a senior. 350 batting average. So.
Well, she probably won't strike out this time.
Yeah, Rosario's done a good job, though. She's got 3 strikeouts on the game. Hits this one a mile high. It's going to land foul.
I think they lost it in the sun.
They did, because that was playable.
Sure. First baseman and the pitcher had to play on it.
And Rosario ran into the batter as she was headed down to first. So
somebody has to call that. Call the other one off. You have to get under it.
This one's hit foul again down the right side. So they're behind on Rosario's pitch.
She's not intimidated by him, that's for sure.
No. No, that lofty 10-2 record by the Chargers. Coming into the game. This one's hitting to the ground. Paulicus gets it across the diamond. Good throw and a nice stretch there by Mia Montez. She really did. She stretched out, and just the way they drew it up, Coach Gallagher has to have a smile on her face.
Another inch, she'd have missed it.
Yeah.
She stretched completely out.
Coach Gallagher, an institution here at JFK. Terrific person. Terrific coach. He's been here for a long time. This one, sort of a check swing. This could drop as, nope. Nice play there by Gianna Rios as she comes in and makes the catch. 2 out. It looked like it might be hit just in that right place where 4 of them would have come together and nobody would have been able to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That was the number 4 hitter, Mormile, who hit that pop fly. And that'll bring up Jenna Dumansky. Jenna struck out her first time up. When you look at their averages, Phil, they come in with good averages. Jenna, for example, is batting .318.
Well, you don't get to be 10-2 and not have great batting averages.
Well,
that's for sure.
that is true. You get a point there, my friend. But 2 out, nobody on. Base is empty. Spotswood bats. Here in the top of the third, that one's in for a called strike.
Rosario might be finding that rhythm now.
Yeah. Here's the windup pitch.
Little high.
A little bit high, and Demansky laid off that.
No, you got to give him a little something to play with.
Yeah.
Let him swing its air. So.
You remember that last strikeout to end the last inning?
Ooh.
She got Crops. And there's ball 4. Prokopinski to chase a high fastball. So Demansky walked. She had struck out her first time up, and that'll bring up Alice Melvin, the second baseman. Alice grounded out to the first baseman. You might remember that. That was the pitch or the play where Montez fielded it, dropped it, but patiently picked it up and stepped on the base ahead of the runner to end that play. And so Melvin up again now. Looks her back to first. I've lost sound in my left ear.
You should have 2 controls on your little thing there. One's left, one's right.
No, I was hearing it fine and it just disappeared.
You doctor? There are 2 controls on your thing. There's 2 little dials right in the front of that box. One's to the left and one's to the right here. If you could try that, you may have hit it.
This one's hit foul. And I'll go to 2 strikes now.
Nope. All right, hang tight.
So we got 1 walk this inning, 2 walks in the first, 2 in the second. Let's see if we can get him out. She only needs 1 now.
Melvin fights that one off.
Yeah, 2 outs, man on first. Woman.
Melvin is a senior. About 429. Kid can hit. Here she takes a ball. Ball gets past Cena. And down goes Demansky to second base on the wild pitch.
Good, great base running by Spotswood.
And it takes out the force, so now they'll have to go to first. 2 outs, though, as Rosario looks to get out of this inning against the dangerous Alice Melvin. This one's hit hard, right back to her. Fielding the position nicely is Rosario. She throws it over to first for the out, and that will do it for the Chargers in the third. No runs. They leave it. No hits. They leave a runner, and at the end of 2.5, we're scoreless. Come on back.
The Woodbridge Public Library is having a presentation entitled Eating for Cancer Prevention. It's on May 11th at 1 p.m. at the main Woodbridge Library. Join us as we discuss the foods that may lower your risk of cancer and the foods that may increase your risk. Registration is required, so please call 732-634-4450, extension 7120.
Okay, so we're here at the bottom of the third inning. JFK is up. And we should have batter number 9 up. And I believe that's the freshman, Spearnock. She attempts a bunt, but it goes foul. Hard pitch, a little high, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't.
Is there anything else I could do besides just receiving everything? Okay.
Thanks.
Another pitch in there for a called strike. So she gets her on strikes. One out for JFK. Top of the batting order.
First strikeout looking in the game.
Yes.
There's been a number of strikeouts. That was the fourth strikeout for Alex Rios. Alex Diaz. Hits it into the air, and it's fielded there by Alice Melvin. She makes the catch, and there are two away. Just like that, one pitch, and Cruiser pops out. That'll bring up the catcher, Melanie Cena. She flew out to center field her first time up. She takes a strike to get her this at-bat started. One hit each for the teams. This one's hit high in the air. Moving back is Brown. Now she turns and makes the catch. Nice play there by Hannah Brown. She got right to the right spot, Phil, and hauled it in. So that'll do it for the Mustangs in the third 1-2-3 inning. And at the end of 3, we're scoreless. Come on back, everybody.
The Woodbridge Public Library presents Classic Movie Night every other Thursday at 6:30 p.m. starting at May 11th and ending on June 22nd. Don't miss this show captured in time.
We're here. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, folks, you weren't supposed to hear me say we're here. Top of the fourth, no score. Well-pitched game, well-played defensively. Leading off is Emily Yatsko for the Chargers. Emily lined out to third baseman Courtney Polikas. Her first time up. Rosario's pitch on the way. Took something off of that. Nice play. Nice pitch there, Phil.
Yeah, not only that, she was ahead of it, but then she tried to slow the bat down, but to no avail.
Yeah, I think that was a good pitch.
Absolutely.
This one's a little low. Spotswood has just one hit. It was an opposite field single by Hannah Brown back in the second. They've also had 4 base runners by virtue of walks, 4 additional base runners. Make that 5. 5 base runners by walk. So we said at the top of the show that Rosario walked about a batter an inning, and here we are in the fourth, and she's already had 5 walks. So puts herself in a bit of trouble by doing that. But she's been able to get out of it against a team that comes in with some pretty high batting averages, Phil.
Yeah, not only that, but when you consider the 5 walks she gave up and she still hasn't allowed them to score, that's pretty impressive.
This one is fouled off back as Yatsko continues to bat here in the top of the fourth on a beautiful spring day here at JFK High School. You can see the sun is shining. The field looks like $1,000,000. And that's high for a ball.
Phil looks so good, I think any New York Yankee would like to play there.
They said Yatsko's a senior. Got 267 on the year. She keeps this one in play. It's up high. Cena gives chase, but the ball comes down on the other side of the fence. And so the count will hold at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Been a lot of full counts.
Which means she's throwing a lot of pitches.
It is.
And, you know, for Spotswood to be such a great hitting team, they're really not hitting her.
No, they're not letting up both put in play. There's a strike. Nice pitch there. Terrific pitch by Angelica Rosario. So 1 away. And the court looking. 4th strikeout of the game for Rosario. She's walked 4, struck out. She struck out 5, and she struck out 4 and walked 5. Only 1, 2, 3. Only 6 balls have been put into play. And she starts Brown off with the strikes. Brown has the only hit of the game for the Chargers. She singled to left her last time up. Or her only time up. This one's low and outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the number 8 hitter, Hannah Brown.
Wind's starting to pick up a little.
Yeah. It's not real warm. About 60, I guess. Well, we have the technology now, Phil, you know. You can just go to your phone, I can find out.
There you go. And Hannah Brown crunches down a little low in her batting position.
And she takes ball 4. So she'll be off to first base. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Maya Rendondo. Maya walked her first time up. She got around the second. Back in the second, the Spotswood filled the bases, but Rosario was able to get out of it. So this one's hit softly. Rosario picks it up, goes to second for 1. Record thought about it, and then she thought better of it and didn't make the throw on to first. So on the fielder's choice, Brown is retired. Heads up play there by Rosario, Phil.
And that's 2 great plays where pitches were hit directly to, and she made great decisions and got both runners out.
Yep, you're right.
So obviously she's a pretty good fielder. That's not easy. The pitcher's mound, the closest thing to the batter's box.
There are 2 out now. And back to the top of the lineup go the Chargers in the person of Alex Diaz. Alex popped out to short and walked in her first 2 plate appearances. She hits that hard off the glove of Paula.
Looks like it's a fair ball.
Kenneth hits a fair ball. Goes to the wall. 1 run will score. We'll have our first run of the game as Redondo comes all the way around. Diaz ends up at second with the double. And the Chargers take a 1-0 lead. It was hit hard. Paul Kakis got her glove on it, but couldn't wrestle it in.
And then it spun off foul and went all the way to the wall.
And that'll bring up Jen Prokopinski.
Kalinka Koza in left field made a great play to get the ball back and not throw it away. Kind of ran it in so your second base runner couldn't advance. But not a lot you can do with that.
Prokopinski has walked and struck out. No, there's nothing really she could do. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. I'm sorry, no, 2 outs. Sorry, 2 outs. 1 runner on and 1 run in. This is a big batter, but there is an open first base, so this one's hit hard and in the air. That's going to get over the head of Dragulos. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Diaz will score. Prokopinski chugs into third. She's got a triple and an RBI, and the Chargers have a 2-0 lead.
So Spotswood is starting to show why they're 10-2.
Yes.
They're making adjustments on Rosario, and they're starting to make contact and hit the ball now.
Second time through the lineup. And this one's hit right the shortstop. Records throw a little bit high, but brought in nicely, really nicely by Montez for the final out. So on the ground, that'll end the inning, but not before Spotswood picks up 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave a runner, and at the end of 3.5, it's 2-0 Spotswood. Come on back.
One of the most popular pastimes of mankind has been eating out. With a myriad of food options and places to get your favorites, it can be pretty easy to lose your way when trying to eat healthy. On Wednesday, May 17th, the Woodbridge Library invites you to join them for Forks and Fears, eating healthfully and enjoying it. In this presentation, you'll learn how with a little preparation, you can still have fun with your loved ones or eat out without being worried for your diet. This presentation discusses real-life dining scenarios and easy methods to stay on track to getting and staying healthy. This program is presented in partnership with Braven Health. Registration is required.
And welcome back, everybody. Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin from JFK High School as we get set for the bottom of the fourth. And Phil, we were talking about it before, as we were off the air, that that ball was the ball was a little high to throw. It was a nice play by Montez. Back to work go the Mustangs. Nice play there by the center fielder, Karina Jenkins, as she comes in and makes the catch on the line drive off the bat of Gianna Rios. That was hit hard. Thought it might drop, but Jenkins makes a nice play, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Angelica Rosario. Angelica struck out her first time. She hits it on the ground, but well, right at the first baseman, who steps on first. And just like that, 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Mary Alice Rycourt will be the batter. She flew out to right field her first time up. The shortstop did. Rycourt came into the game batting .368. She's a junior.
So she has another year.
She does indeed. So when she gets under it, I think it's going to make this. As it hits the top of the dugout. What do we know about Mary Alice?
She's a junior, and her favorite music is Latin music, and she loves science.
Good for her.
She had her first high school.
She gets a hold of this one, hits it in the gap. Drifting over, though, is Jenkins. She's a pretty good center fielder. Yeah, I mean, she's clearly a good center fielder. She makes that catch, and that will do it for the Mustangs. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 4, 2-0 Spotswood. Stay with us, everybody.
The Woodbridge Public Library presents Movies at Maine on May 5th, May 12th, May 19th, May 26th, June 2nd, and June 9th at 2 p.m., all completely free with light refreshments. Come on down and enjoy the show.
Here we go, top of the 5th now.
1-2-3 inning for JFK. And down 2-0. They got to seriously consider getting some hits here and moving the runners.
They do. One thing they have to do right now is stop them. They can't give up anymore. They haven't shown a ton of offense from the Mustangs, just 1 hit. So it's critical now that they're able to hold the Chargers right here. Rio starts off Moormile with a high pitch for ball 1. Moormile was walked and flew out to left field. Lays off that one as well, and now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Spotswood, as we said, came into the game at 10-2. The Mustangs at 3-7, but it's been a very competitive game, Phil.
I'd have to agree with you. And this is non-conference play.
Yes.
In addition to that.
I think Spotswood's in the blue division.
Yeah, and Isling's in the white, I believe.
There was a strike. Look, that's 2 strikes now. Full count for Ava Moormile. She takes the ball. So Rosario's streak continues. She's walked somebody in every inning. And that'll bring up Jenna Demansky. Jenna struck out in the first, walked in the third. She comes up with 1 on and nobody out. She hits that one hard, but foul right into the screen. Montez is in at first. Runs up high. Yep.
Throw to first base.
Yeah, Mormile looked like she was going to take off for second. Cena saw it, but her throw was a little high, and Montez couldn't get the tag down in time. They had an opportunity to get her there.
Yes.
There's the pitch down low for ball 2. Chargers batting here in the top of the 5th at JFK High School. Here's the windup pitch and swung on and foul back by Jenna Demansky.
First baseman Montez has made a couple of great plays
She
at
has.
first base.
Yeah, she really has. She made a nice play
Reaching
to end
high.
the fourth inning, I should say.
Reaching high for a couple of balls that were thrown to her and stretching for another one to get an out.
Exactly. Demansky kind of squibs this one, falls into a tough place. Nobody's going to get it, and everybody's going to be safe. So a little flare off the bat of Jenna Demansky landed right in this spot. Wasn't high enough that anybody could get there from the infield, and was too far for the pitcher to get back. So an infield hit.
Brings up Alice Melvin.
Alice grounded out to short and grounded out pitcher to the pitcher in her 2 previous plate appearances. Two on now. Nobody out.
Spotswood is in the middle of the lineup. Melvin bats number 6.
Yeah. Montez slowed down a little bit here. You feel like pressure kind of creeping in on the Mustangs. There's the pitch down low for ball 2. No, nobody out, 2 on, and Coach Gallagher's going to come out and talk to her pitcher.
I think she still has the velocity. She's still throwing hard, but I'm wondering if she has the control she had in the beginning.
That is not Coach Gallagher.
But I noticed she walked a couple early on with control issues.
Right.
But they were low, and I think that she was just trying to keep the ball away from the batter. Now it might be a few control issues. They want to talk a strategy, how they're going to get around pitching to them and not letting them score these runs.
Yeah. Yep.
She stays in the game, so it's probably just a little coaching, a little advice, a little encouragement.
There you go, Phil. That's a very upbeat approach.
I think JFK is playing a great game.
They are. This one's hitting the air.
To the center fielder, she has it.
Yeah, she made that look pretty easy. On the fly out to center field. 1 away. And that'll bring up Emily Yatsko. Emily lined out to the third baseman and struck out looking. And back in the 4th. So Rosario's weaved their way through the heart of the lineup for Spotswood. Little bunt, nice bunt right in first. Montez gets it. Nice play there by Montez to spear knock for the out. And then she runs it back in. That was really well executed by both teams, to tell you the truth. The sacrifice bunt. 3-4 at home if you're scoring. For the second out. Moves the base runners up, but the Mustangs are well coached by Coach Gallagher, and they knew exactly how to play that. So now there's 2 outs, and that'll bring up Hannah Brown. Hannah walked and then got forced on the fielder's choice by Redondo. Sorry, Redondo. And she comes up in a big spot now. She takes a ball. One ball, one strike to Hannah Brown. This one's on the ground. On to first. Montez stretches out, makes the throw, takes the throw from Spearnock, and that'll do it. So Rosario works out of it. They strand a runner. They strand two runners, do the Chargers, and that'll do it. At the end of 4.5, it's still 2-0 Spotswood. Come on back, everybody.
The Maple Tree Senior Center invites you to join them for their billiards tournament happening on May 3rd at 11 a.m. Come to the Maple Tree Center to relax and meet new friends. The Senior Center asks that you please bring a non-perishable food donation for the We Feed Woodbridge Food Pantry. For general information or to RSVP, please call 732-259-0910.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th now, and the Mustangs need a couple of runs. They'll send Policus, Montez, and the Lugos to bat. Policus flew out to right field. Her first time up. She's a freshman. And she gets a hold of this one and drives it into right field. That's going to get over Hannah Brown's head. It's going to be a fair ball. Polakakis rounds first. She'll head into second. And she's in there standing up with a double. So Courtney Polakakis, has the first big hit of the game for the Mustangs. And they've got a runner in scoring position to start the game start the inning as Mia Montez steps into the plate.
And Polakis is a diehard athlete. Thing she remembers the most is when she gets good hits, and this would be one of them.
Well, she got a good hit there.
How could you ask for anything more?
Went the other way on that one. Montez has played a terrific game at first base, but she struck out in her only trip to the plate so far. And she gets this and hits it hard, but foul, away out of play down the first base line.
Again, Courtney is a freshman, so she has this is her first year. She has 3 years left, so she's going to be pretty good, I think.
Mia Montez only a sophomore.
She's only a sophomore.
So there's some youth on this Mustang team as she swings through that for strike 3.
She loves spending time with her team on the bus and lunch, and she cheers for the Mustangs. She says, "Go Mustangs!" So she's another one, and only a 10th grader. Yeah. So she got a lot of years left, and she's showing promising.
Genesis DeLugos is up. Genesis struck out her first time up. She puts down the bunt. Good bunt. Fielder picks it up, throws it on to the second baseman, Melvin, who's covering on the play. Policus heads down to third on the sacrifice bunt. And that'll take the Mustangs back to the top of their order in the person of Kristinka Kuzar. Kristinka singled. She had the first hit of the game in her first at-bat in the first, and then she's popped out to the second baseman. She could use a hit here, or the Mustangs could too, and she takes a strike. I think Diaz's speed has picked up a little bit here. Phil, what do you think? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this? I was wrong. This is that was Maddie Spearnock, and she struck out. So that will do it for the Mustangs. They leave a runner on third, and at the end of 5, it's 2-0 Spotswood. Stay with us, everybody.
Join the Episcopal Church Women of St. John's Church for their annual Walkathon fundraiser. A 3-mile walk, rain or shine, from St. John's Church, Woodbridge in Seawarren to Alvin P. Williams Park, also in Seawarren. The event will be Saturday, May 13th at 9 a.m. Your support will help the ECW provide medical and educational support to children and families at the Internally Displaced Peoples Camp, New Kuchingoro, Abuja, and Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. For more information, call Nagazi Martin Oguke at 732-634-2397 or Angela Stephen at 848-219-4324.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin from JFK High School. We head to the 6th. We got a good game here, Phil. 2-0 Spotswood, but JFK had a chance last inning to put a run on the board. Couldn't quite get it done.
Spotswood only got 2 really good hits, but they were hits that after there was a walk or two, which gave men on bases. Even the one that was hit over the head, she only got a triple on. There was no man on base. It still would have been a scoreless game. But I'm looking at JFK and the promising young players that are out here making outstanding plays and getting great hits. You know, contact with the ball is encouraging.
Yep, exactly. We see, looks like, can I see that Spotswood roster for a second? Looks like this is a pinch hitter. Yeah, that's number 3, Jordan Santora, and she gets a base hit down the third base line. So Santora batting for Maya Rendondo has a hit. 5th hit of the game for the Chargers. And number 15 comes in to run for her. That's Molly Walsh. So Walsh is now on first. Rosario's pitched well. She's been a little bit wild. She had that one rough inning with the top of the lineup for Spotswood. Diaz doubled and Prokopinski tripled. That one's high.
Craig, the fact that they had a pinch hitter and a pinch runner in here tells you that they're still not really sure that they think Kennedy has a possibility of coming back and scoring.
I think that's true. I mean, I think Mustangs have had that chance. And this one's hit, kind of looped. Foul. Nice play. Terrific play by Courtney Polikas. She holds on. She dropped the ball, but that was after she hit the fence, so she was out. So Alex Diaz is retired. Diaz had doubled and driven in a run in the 4th and popped out and walked. Now she fouls out to the third baseman, so there's one away, and that'll bring up Jen Prokopinski. She's walked, struck out, and tripled in a run in her plate appearances. There's a strike, nice pitch. Prokopinski didn't look like she was able to handle that one. That was a good pitch by Rosario. That was a little high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Chargers batting in the top of the 6th. There's a strike at the knees. Nice pitch. I think Prokopinski was thinking that she was walked.
Yeah, she thought it was a little low, yes.
Head down, but she was a little premature on that. So nice pitch by Angelica Rosario. This one's hit hard but foul down the third base line. We got to admire Courtney Paula because she's playing inside third base. And Prokopinski's hit some balls hard. Two 2-0 Spotswood. This one's hit again foul down the third base line. 2-0 Spotswood as they bat here in the top of the 6th. One on and one out.
Woman on first.
Well, she's a pinch runner. She came in for Santoro, who got a base hit.
Right.
This one is hit foul again down the third baseline.
Third baseman scoops it up in the foul territory.
Kropinski is ahead of the ball on all of these. He's way out in front.
Change it, would throw it off.
He gets under this one, lofts it into center field. Kusser is there. She makes the catch, and there's 2 away. That was a nice piece of pitching by Rosario there. She just battled and battled against a fine hitter. And now we'll bring up Karina Jenkins. Karina struck out. She grounded out to third and grounded out to short in her 3 at-bats. One on, 2 out. Swings through this one, does Jenkins. Jenkins is the center fielder for Spotswood. And then she gets under this one, pops it up. Right court backs up, makes the catch, and that will do it for the Chargers in the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on at the end of 5 1/2. It's 2-0 Spotswood. Come on back, everybody.
On May 18th at 7 p.m., the Woodbridge Main Library invites you to join them for Hiking 101. As president and owner of Northeast Mountain Guiding, Joey Volpes introduces us to the basics of hiking. This will include the 10 essentials of hiking, what equipment you should bring, search and rescue considerations, and trail etiquette. Registration is required.
And welcome back, everybody. We head to the bottom of the 6th, still 2-0 Spotswood. It'll be the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. They'll send up Kuzar, Cena, and Rios. As we get to the bottom of the 6th, Phil, we reach the end of what has been a long and illustrious career for our director, Lee Beckerman.
I understand that he's retiring as of Friday.
He is retiring as of Friday. 2 more days as the director. He's been here as
33 years, 35 years, I think.
35 years.
Yeah. Who's going to be replacing him?
Gina Forbes will take over as the director. You know, I've had the terrific good fortune. This one's hit in the air. Moving over is Melvin. She makes the play. 1 out. And that'll bring up Melanie Cena. Cena has flown out to right and to center in her 2 trips to the plate.
Okay,
I've done, I can't count how many games I've done with Lee Beckerman. Baseball and softball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, men and women, swimming, tennis. No, we didn't do tennis. Golf, wrestling. The only thing we haven't done is tennis.
And volleyball. You've done volleyball.
Oh, we've done volleyball. If there was a sport and Woodbridge Township and a kid from Woodbridge Township was playing, Lee Beckerman figured out a way to get them on TV. The only thing we couldn't do was tennis, because you'd either have to take up somebody in a bucket truck and shoot down, or shoot through a fence, or go side to side and make people get sick. But beyond that, Lee has been the face of Channel 35 for as long as most any of us can remember. And Lee, you have done just a marvelous job. You're an extraordinary director, an extraordinary friend to all of us who have had the chance to know and work with you. I also had I started off on a little TV show. We had an interview about the town some 20 odd years ago, and I think when I showed up, Lee was sort of like, who the heck is this guy? But we went on to do some fun things, won some awards, and all at Lee's direction. He has been, as I said, the heart of Channel 35 and its extraordinary run. It is as good, if not better, than any local access station in the state. And we're all very proud of that. There's a little line drive. That may drop, but nope. Coming in and making a nice sliding catch is Emily Yatsko for the 2nd out.
And certainly we want to take this opportunity to thank Lee. We also want to congratulate him on his retirement, but I have to admit that I'm saddened by it, and I would tell him the same thing. You know, you just don't want to see good people leave. And you know it's in their best interest, it's better for them. And it is my understanding that he's going to go sailing.
He's going to go sailing.
Yeah.
Lee and his wife, Wendy, who works at the library, and have gotten to know her, too. Rios hits this one hard into left field. And why don't we stay here for a minute as we say goodbye to Lee and his last game. I guess probably the last event that you'll do on Channel 35, Lee. I can't tell you how much it has meant to me and to all of us at Channel 35 to be able to work with you and to look forward to seeing your talent each and every time we did a production. It has been quite a run. I've been doing these games since, I guess, 2002, something like that, 2005. And as I said, we've been in freezing weather and pouring rain, and we've seen some exciting games. We've taken basketball teams. We've seen basketball teams win county championships and go far in a state tournament, and that's just the beginning. That's the things I've been involved in. And you watch Channel 35, and it is truly a station that is about the township of Woodbridge, shows it in all its aspects, is creative, inventive, and always able to do something special. So, Lee, my friend, it has been a real privilege to work with you. And like Phil, I will miss you.
And you know, Craig, the other thing is Lee never left Channel 35 as just Channel 35. The best town around should have the best local channel around, and I think Lee exemplifies that as they went on to go with the technology into Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and it gives the community more of an opportunity to see what sports and events around the township is like. I mean, whether it be the Irish Parade, the Christmas Parade, or the Black History Celebration with the Independent Club, he's everywhere, and he doesn't take away anything from anybody to get it done. So he will be well missed. And the other thing I'd like to add, as we just got an out, head back to the pitcher, Rosario again with incredible play, is that his tutelage, Gina Forbes has been with him for 33 years. She's assistant director. It shows you the continuity that Woodbridge has at local Channel 35. And I don't want to belabor the point, but congratulations, good luck, the best to you, and we love you, man, and you'll certainly be missed.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even talk about the parades. We've done, as you point out, holiday parades, St. Patrick's Day parades, and nobody does it better.
Who's that pinch runner? What's the number?
I don't know. She needs to lead off the base a little bit.
17. That would be Madison Bella.
Madison gets on after the hard hit single by Jenna Demansky. And that'll bring up Alice Melvin. Melvin flew out to center, grounded out to first, and grounded out to the pitcher. So she's 0 for 3. She lays this one down. And that one was the first one we've seen misplayed as Rosario's throw goes into right field, but right there to back it up. Nice play by Genesis DeLugos. So first and third now for Spotswood. That was a pretty bunt. Let me give her a base hit on that. On the throw. Now they're showing bunt again. This is Emily Yatsko. She's struck out looking, sacrifice. She bunted last time. As the ball gets passed on the throwback and scooting home is Bella. Score the third run of the game for Spotswood. And down to second goes Yatsko. I'm sorry, down to second goes Melvin. Yatsko's the batter. And again, Mustangs running out of outs. They have just 3 more. They need to hold them here. There's a strike at the knees.
That was one heck of a pitch.
It was. That was an unhittable pitch. Took something off, tried to get Yasko to chase, or Yetsko to chase. She couldn't, so it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. It's hit hard in the left field, turning the wrong way, and now having the ball go ahead. That's number 2, Gina Rios. Walsh comes around to score. Or Bella, I should say, the pinch runner. And now it's 4-0. Spotswood on the double by Yetsko.
She turned the wrong way, but it was a little bit over her head, too. I think she got blinded by the sun.
And that'll bring up Hannah Brown. Hannah singled, walked, and grounded out to the second baseman in her 3 trips to the plate. Up high. Pace of the game has slowed down considerably, Phil. There's a strike. Umpire's been consistent in that spot. From our vantage point, that looks a little low, but he has consistently called that a strike. And that's what you want from an umpire.
Different on the field.
Hit hard, but right back. Record gets it on to Montez for the out.
Moves the runner over to third.
Yeah, Yetsko goes to third on the 6-3 out. 2 out now.
And it was a hard hit ball. She really whacked it.
Santoro had pinch hit for Redondo the first time this up, or the last time up, I should say, but Redondo back at the plate now. Redondo reached on a fielder's choice and walked. She scored a run back in the first run of the game, actually. And she hits a base hit this way. That'll drive in another run. Throw to first. None. Time gets past Montez. She's going to. Redondo thought about going to first. Coach thought better. I mean, going to second. Coach thought better of that, so he keeps her there wisely. Ball was going to play, but a run scores. And it's 5-0 now, Spotswood. As Redondo picks up the RBI, and the top of the lineup comes up for Spotswood. This one's in the dirt. Alex Diaz, in addition to pitching, has popped out to the shortstop. She's walked, she doubled and drove in a run, and she fouled out to the third baseman on a nice play by Courtney Polikas. That one's up high.
One thing about Diaz, she's made contact every time, even if it was an out or fly out, and she had 1 walk. So she's a hitter.
This is a nice stop by Cena.
They're still going with Rosario, so they're putting the money on
Yeah,
her.
she's their ace. There's only, I think Courtney Polikas has pitched a little bit. That one's ball. It looks like she may be getting a little tired.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So Diaz walks. Down to second goes Redondo, and that'll bring up Jen Pokropinski. She's walked, struck out, tripled, and drove in a run and flew out to center field. As I said, she came in leading batter on the team. And so this is a dangerous spot. She has 3 home runs, batting .577, drove in 19 runs has 15 hits and 26 at-bats coming into the game. So she's a good hitter. There's an inside pitch. I think Rosario was pitching very cautiously to Pokoprinski.
On top of their lineup, so.
There's ball 3.
And the runners are trying to go on every pitch.
Yeah, they're ready to roll. This one's hit hard, just over the glove of Ricourt. 1 run will score. Diaz goes to third. And another other RBI for Jen Prokopsky.
Center fielder picked it up, threw it directly in the second, which stopped the another runner from scoring, and the first base hitter to advance to second. So it was a good play by JFK.
4 runs on the board now in this inning. Well, the runner had broke for second, and the catcher threw it to third to try to throw it behind Diaz, and threw it into the outfield, and another run scores. Wheels are falling off the wagon a little bit here for the Mustangs. It was a 2-0 game coming into this 7th inning. As we said, on paper, there was a mismatch. Spotswood 10-2, Kennedy 3-7, but Kennedy, led by the fine pitching effort of Angelica Rosario, right in the game. This one's a little nubber foul down the third baseline, but the Chargers are broken it open here in the 7th inning. This one is hit high in the air by Jenny. Coming in is the center fielder. Kuzer makes the catch, and that'll do it for Spotswood in the 7th, but not before they pick up 5 runs on 5 hits, 6 hits, 5 hits. They leave a batter, they leave a runner, and we head to the bottom of the 7th with the score: Spotswood 7 and JFK nothing. Come on back, everybody.
You are welcome to attend an exciting and insightful presentation on early detection and early intervention in children. Dr. Chowdhury and the Jaguar team will share important information on developmental delays such as learning disabilities, autism, and many more concerns that are rising in our community. The event will be May 3rd, 3 p.m. at the main library. Please register for the event. Call 732-634-4450, extension 7120.
And welcome back, everybody. We head to the bottom of the 7th, and the Mustangs going to need a lot of base runners and a lot of help. And they'll send up their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Rosario, Ricourt, and Paulicus, but they've got lots of work to do. Just 1 hit on the day. And the first one is hit foul. Nice catch there by the first baseman, Redondo. And Rosario is retired. 1 out. And that'll bring up Marialis Ricourt. She flew out to right, and she's flown out to center in her 2 at-bats. Swings through that one. That was still throwing hard is Alex Diaz, Phil.
Yes. Still has complete control of her pitches.
Check swing foul, and strike 2 immediately. 0-2 now. There's a windup and a pitch swung on, and that's hit hard into right center field. It's going to get over the head of Brown's going to go to the wall. Rycourt will head to second. She's going to head for third. Here comes the play. Nope. Shortstop held the ball. Sasha Sofar is the shortstop. She didn't bat, so we didn't get to call her name. So a triple for Rycourt. And that'll bring up Courtney Polikas. She's flown out to right, and she doubled to right as well.
Rycourt with that triple. She remembers her first home run, and
Yeah.
she loves her family.
That one's fouled back.
That's always nice to hear. And I
is
think
indeed.
Woodbridge is a family.
Oh, for sure.
And Craig, I'd like to also thank you for all you do for Woodbridge
Oh,
Township
stop.
as a speaker.
Thanks.
You're the best.
Thank you. Up high. Well, we have a minute. I'd like to thank everybody who made this production possible. I'm not writing this off as Courtney Polikas continues to battle. One on, one out, and that's going to drop for a base hit. No, it's foul. I'm sorry.
About 6 feet to the line.
Yeah, I thought
Well hit.
Courtney, she got enough of it. It was going to be well placed. Nobody was going to catch it. It's just a question of whether it went foul, and it did. So break for the Chargers, and a break for Alex Diaz as she keeps her shutout intact.
And ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the future. JFK at bat now. Freshman, Courtney.
2 starting freshmen on this JFK team, Phil,
Yeah, it
as
says
you
a lot.
pointed out earlier. Here's the windup and a pitch down low, and so Polikas works.
Tell you what, Spotswood's pitcher, she's very talented.
She is. That'll bring up Mia Montez. Mia struck out twice. That was the
She's a 10th grader, Craig.
Mia.
Yes, she's only in 10th grade.
She'll be back too.
That's right. And she's played an outstanding first base.
She has indeed. That was just the first walk given up today by Diaz.
Hopefully she'll get tired.
Yeah. Mustangs have 3 hits on the day.
Swing
4
and a
hits now,
miss.
I should say.
It's a nice cut, level swing. Right down the middle, but a little bit under it.
Montez continues bat. She's got a quick bat.
Well, I think by watching her play first base, we can see she has great reaction.
She does. She does. Good reach. Remember, she saved an error.
Yeah, a couple of them.
There's strike 3. So
Caught her looking.
yeah, Montez strikes out looking. 2 away now.
Now we have a senior coming up, Genesis.
7th strikeout of the day. Ragusa struck out and sacrificed in her 2 plate appearances.
And she loves hockey and softball. Oh, almost a check swing.
There's a strike.
She's also a big Taylor Swift fan.
Many people in the state of New Jersey are. Those tickets went like
That's
hotcakes,
it.
and that'll do it. As DeGros strikes out, and the Mustangs get shut out. A terrific pitching effort by Diaz for the Spotswood, and a terrific pitching effort just for except for one bad inning by Angelica Rosario. So the Mustangs not able to put any runs on the board, but play a tough, tight game, and that will do it for us. So for Phil Hall, for our camera crew, Val Lamata, Adam Chinoy, Emil Brandolfi, and Ron Waite. For graphics, Samantha Roth. Our audio director, Joe Fernandez. Our engineer, Gina Forbes. And for the last time, I'll get to say, our incomparable director, Lee Beckerman. Craig Coughlin saying, thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.